just sit here quietly on the off chance that someone stops by. Hello, Stetson Heron, Adam Hebb, Richie, Rich, MLG Cactus, William Dakota, Megan P, Yvonne Leak, the Pro Gamer. How's everyone doing this evening? Just doing some family stuff this evening. So didn't hit my 9 o'clock time like I normally do, but I figured there was some time left in the evening, so I'd hop on here and see how everyone was doing. I got the postcards mailed. I've got enamel pins mailed. MLG Cactus says, yeah, I've been trying to get you to say my name for years. Your name's kind of hard to say. Hello, Keegan. How long does it take me to do all postcards? Takes a long time. Got about 600, coming up on 700 postcards. We gotta sign them. You gotta put the label on them, the address. Gotta put a stamp on all of them, and then you gotta dump them in the mailbox. Ryan Note also says Anatomy of Death Museum was pretty interesting. A lot of skulls. Yes, I think he may have the largest collection of skulls. That must at least be the largest public collection of skulls. I've never seen that many skulls in one place, and I've been to a lot of places with skulls. And they were really nice. They actually invited me out to come tour the museum. It was really really cool. Do I know YouTuber Greg Benson of Mediocre Films? No, I've not heard of that person. Maddie says, do you know, is the Meow Wolf ride still at Elitch's? I don't know. I thought I had heard somewhere that Elitch's was going to close down. But that's just, I don't want to start rumors. I had heard that. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't want to go spreading stupid rumors. I shouldn't have even, said that. Clayton Slavin says, do you plan on doing the Indiana Beach haunt? Do they have a Halloween haunt? I wasn't aware of that. Ryan asks if family members gave consent to use skulls. I don't know. There is a lot of rules dealing with selling human remains, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they are. I'm not sure. I don't think I own any human remains. I don't think. Yeah, I think the Zach Baggins Museum has a lot of human remains. I think. Isn't that the final resting place of Charles Manson? Oh man, Indiana Beach is doing a new attraction. That would have been cool to check out. Those yellow plates on the shelf behind me. Those belong to my wife. Do you know YouTuber Ed Bassmaster? I've heard of him. I don't really know much about him. Who will I be voting for? I'm not going to say. Why do you want to know why do you want to know who I'm voting for? Will you like me more? Would you like me more if I voted for the same person that you're voting for? Would you like me less if I was voting for the person that you're not voting for? Nola Deeds, thank you for the super chat. Says, I own a real skeleton, but it's under my skin at the moment. Hashtag dad jokes. Something's funny about skeletons. I don't know. Oh. I remember I was growing up, I heard my sister talking with her friend. They're young children, and my sister's friend said, "You know, there's not really such thing as monsters or ghosts or skeletons." And I thought that was funny because there really is such a thing as skeletons. I think maybe she was referring to maybe skeletons that like walked around and danced and acted spooky. But skeletons are real. Little known fact, skeletons are real. Listen, this is my chat, and this is not for people to come in and shout political slogans. So if you're going to do that, please leave. Or you don't have to leave, actually. Just stop doing it. But if you're going to do it, please leave. Dancing skeletons are people too. Yeah, when does a person stop being a person? How much skin do you have to remove until they stop being a person? That's maybe more morbid than I wanted it to sound. Skeletons are gross because they're naked. Skin is temporary, says Rooster Cromanite. Skin is temporary, but skeletons are forever. Sedation says, technically a person stops being a person when their soul leaves. What about people that were born with no soul? Do they count as people? Nola D says he knows a few soulless people. I know more soulless people than I ever wished to know. You've seen The Lost Boys? I've never seen Lost Boys. I think I've seen parts of it. I remember some part where he's like, "Did you know you're eating maggots?" That's the only part I remember. You should have a skeleton tattoo. Do I already have a skeleton tattoo? Is there any skeletons in there? No, there's no skeletons. What are you doing? That door just opened all by itself. It's super spooky.
And the yellow dish is Corningware. Pyrex, I mean.
Pyrex Corning. Yes, that's Pyrex Corningware.
Not Corningware, just Pyrex.
Pyrex. Pyrex.
Maybe explain it's a crafter.
This is a craft room. This is my wife's craft room. looking. I'm looking for more comfortable furniture for the bunker. Currently. S. Jesus, how's it got? One of our new ones, Charlie. He's got really bad diarrhea. He's been had really awful diarrhea like since we got him. It's like you can hear him diarrheaing. It makes a loud noise, and it really smells bad. So we're gonna take him in to the vet tomorrow. Adventures with Kevin says the International Paranormal and Research Center in Somerset is reopening September 29th. Yeah, I do want to get out there. I do want to get out there before too long. I don't know if it's worms because he just went and got all. I mean, he's a new kitten. He's been to the vet, got all his all his stuff done. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. What do you think of House on the Rock in Wisconsin? I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, House on the Rock, definitely one of my favorite attractions. What was my experience living in a potato? I lived in a potato for one night. Did Burger Planet talk to me recently? No, I haven't heard from him in a long time. Jordan just got done streaming. Did I wait for him to end first? No, I didn't know he was streaming. Nola D says he just ate a potato. Hopefully it wasn't just a potato. Hopefully there were some things placed on the potato. Hopefully the potato was heated to some level, cooked in some manner. Rooster Crow Midnight, thank you for the super chat. You travel safe, love your videos. Mom and I enjoy them on our smart TV, especially the Pigeon Forge videos of birds. Yes, I got a lot of positive feedback on the Parrot Mountain video. Awesome guy said you heard there's another Michael Myers movie coming out. Yeah, they need to just stop. Like, I don't know. They make 8 million Michael Myers movies. First one. This person gave me a super chat, but they're getting blocked. So thank you for the money, idiot. SG, do you like to eat the raw potato? Thank you for the super chat. No, I don't like raw potatoes. I like my potatoes. If you watch the video from the Potato Museum, I like to have a potato smothered in all sorts of other good stuff. Nola G says, doesn't the last Halloween movie ignore everything after part 2? No, it ignores everything after part 1. So there's apparently, it's like really complicated. The Halloween movies, like the continuity is all over the place. There's like, I guess, multiple timelines. I don't know, because there's the original, and then I think they reset with, like, I think H2O reset the franchise, but then they reset the franchise again with the other one that went back and only acknowledged the first one. And they should just stop, because, I mean, admittedly, I haven't seen very many of them, but the first one's good. And then, like, everything else is just like blah. You know, you can sometimes you capture lightning in a bottle, and you just let it let it be. Variety Coins and Carnivorous Plants says, how does it feel to be in the background of a viral TikTok video? It has like 8 million views. Actually, last time I checked, it had 21,000 views. Oh yeah, the Nola DJ. They have that, and then they have the Rob Zombie remake, which has its own continuity. So I think there's 4 separate Halloween continuities, which seems like too many continuities for me. It says, reading Ariel Real Fan says, Jacob, please read. It's me from last night's stream. Spoke to the owner of the abandoned train in Tennessee, explored, and he said that the company who owns the track is going to tear out the track. Well, what's going to happen to the train? Aja Oakford, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's your next trip? You were planning museums? Haunted houses right now. Frank Holt, thank you for the super chat. Says, you're the man. Yeah, haunted houses right now. I guess I'll just leave the troll in here if he wants to keep giving me money. Because that's all that I care about. Yeah, this is something they can edit and take out of context. All I care about is money. Wade Dog says, why do YouTubers use the catchphrase like follow me? Well, here's the thing. I didn't use it originally. I didn't have a phrase like that, but I found out that I would just keep rambling forever. So I needed like a go-to phrase to basically cut myself off. So like, once I didn't know what to say follow me. Why doesn't paranormal stuff? That's the funny thing about me is like, I'm not afraid of real scare. I'm not afraid of like real paranormal stuff. I'm afraid of like fake paranormal stuff. Do I still say in the bag? Well, why don't you actually watch one of my videos and find out? Tim Noel, any advice for someone who just bought a new drone? Beware the wind. The wind will steal your drone. Depending on what drone you have. Some drones are more susceptible to the wind. I learned that. Don't fly in the wind. Movies by Zach says, Nina Simone was born in Tryon, North Carolina. She's an incredible musician. I'm not really familiar with her work. I know who she is. I know that she's important. I know she's a big deal. I'm just not that familiar with her music. Been to Robbinsville. I have been to Robbinsville, North Carolina. Nola Deeds says Mavic Mini handles in the wind really well. I don't believe you. Rooster Crow Midnight, thank you for the super chat. What's the most haunted place you visited? Stephen King wrote Joyland about the Wacky Shack. I didn't know there was a book about the Wacky Shack. Most haunted place I've ever visited. Now, I haven't had a lot of paranormal experiences, but I'm trying to think like the most haunted place that I've been to. I don't know about the rankings about what's the most haunted. I've been to a lot of haunted places or supposedly haunted places. I don't know. Anyone that's more up on the paranormal want to answer that question? Amber Hulsenbeck, thank you for the super chat. Says, my niece, who's 5, watches you all the time. She looks forward to every postcard she gets from you. She cried receiving her first one. She adores, oh, that's so cool. I never thought that I would actually have a positive impact on people. Oh, but I'm happy whenever I can. Megan P. Mercy Brown's grave. I don't know. Does that constitute as a haunted place? Is there haunted activity there? Tristan Morriston. What is my most favorite place? Well, I did a list. Of my favorite roadside attractions. The top one I listed was House on the Rock. Real Radio Show 24/7. Thank you for the super chat. People ask about how to get a postcard. You just need to sign up for Patreon. It's a minimum donation of $3 a month, and you will get a postcard. How's wrestling? Haven't been, haven't resumed any sort of wrestling activity since the pandemic. Right now, I'm dealing with some pain in my body that may preclude me from getting physically involved in wrestling. I don't know. I'm getting older. Yes, looking forward to Real Radio Show. We'll see you Tuesday. Who is your daddy and what does he do? My dad's an accountant for a hotel. I won't say what hotel because I don't need anyone bothering my poor dad. Any plans to meet with Morty again? Yeah, I'd love to meet up with Morty again. Maybe not even to film, maybe just to hang out. Christy, yeah, I think you're right. Was it the Provincial Hotel that we stayed at in New Orleans? Was listed as one of the most haunted hotels in New Orleans. That was before I did videos. Listen, let's make this Hotel Provincial. Let's make an agreement, everyone. Let's make this a election-free zone. We're not going to talk about the election. I just, I don't know. Let's give people a place where they can get away from it. So let's not talk about Trump or Biden or the election. We'll just leave that. We'll leave that for other channels. Other channels are about politics. That would be a good place to go if you wanted to talk about that stuff. Aja Oakford says, nice sideburns. Well, thank you. I do sometimes. I look at certain videos at certain points of my life, certain points of this channel. I'm like, man, my sideburns were ridiculous. So, Jacko Jasso wants to want to urban explore again. I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe soon. Do I like horror movies? Is YouTube a profitable job? I would say getting into it is not profitable. I spent years putting money into this channel and not getting anything back in return. Toy Addict. Yes, I still have the baggie of my shaved sideburns. I forget where it's at, but I stumble upon it in a drawer every once in a while. Karania, thank you for the super chat. This is from your time traveling. Since you've been all over the US, do you have liked favorite airport you've been through? My favorite airport is SUX in oh god, I forgot the city. It's Iowa. What is it? SUX. What city is that in Iowa? Sioux City, Iowa. It's SUX. It is the tiniest airport, and it was so convenient, and I loved it. Keith Chandler, you have pins. Will you be releasing shirts soon? I do still have a Spreadshirt shop. You can buy t-shirts there. It's been a little while since I've put a new t-shirt out or updated it, but they are still currently available. DIY Dalen says, do you feel comfortable traveling during all this? I feel comfortable. It's weird. It feels weird. I don't know if that means it's uncomfortable, but it's weird Different states have different rules. I try to wear my mask. I think that's pretty universal. Things are kind of like states are they're kind of gradually getting closer to states are getting closer to it together as far as it, but Grantley Hughes, thank you for the Australian super chat. Says, let's leave politics for the Daily Wire, the next news networks. Although U.S. politics is so much better than here in Australia. If U.S. politics is better than Australia, then I feel sorry for Australia. Oh my gosh. Ravenlaw Morningstar, thank you for the super chat. It says, what is your most haunted location you have been to? You've ever caught a ghost on camera? I have never caught a ghost on camera. The closest I've come to catching a ghost on camera, it was in my own house, and it wasn't really a ghost. It was I don't know if you want to call it spirit writing. New Line Electronics. No, it was not Scarlet that passed recently. It was Edgar. Brandon X is another West Coast trip, please. It's been a while. I agree. It's been too long, but California is still pretty locked down. I'm not going back out west until things improve a little bit with reopenings. It'll probably be, ideally, I'd love to go out west, maybe late spring, early summer, if it's conducive, but no guarantees. Oregon is still pretty locked down. Yeah. I need to come back out to Oregon. But gonna have to wait until someone said they heard the New York ball drop was canceled. Dennis Ball shows haunted houses in Georgia opening, which scares me. I don't know. I think haunted houses can be done correctly. Certainly they can be done incorrectly as well. But we will see. Naughty's room. Do the other cats more in Edgar? Yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to know what cats are thinking. It's really sad because, he had a brother that lives with us, and always saw them as a pair. So, it makes me very sad. I don't want to start crying on a live stream because that would be awkward. Reading Air Rail Fans is imagine the abandoned southern train as a haunted house. That would make a good haunted house, or at least a portion of a haunted house. Unknown Man says, do you just do live streams when I'm bored? No, I try to do them once a week. Try to do them Thursday nights. Yeah, I'm bummed that the canceling trick-or-treating for kids. I mean, I understand why, but, kids are only little for so long. They only get those experiences once, so you can't necessarily get those back. Sedation, that's what I think of drive-through haunted attractions. We'll find out. When will the next meetup be? I don't know. Probably when things are a little more clear. Yeah, Halloween is not canceled. Let's establish this. Halloween is not canceled. You cannot cancel Halloween. It is uncancelable. I feel like you can celebrate Halloween by yourself. When am I going back to Ghost Town in the Sky? Maybe if and when they open up. Dennis Ball, you have a Halloween record? Yeah, Toy Addict has it down. I mean, if you, you know, stay home, watch some scary movies, turn down the lights, really creepy. Unknown Man, this is the first time I've worn a plain t-shirt. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. I went up to dinner with my family, so I dressed up slightly more than I normally do. Pacific Northwest Native. How many times did you say potato in the Idaho potato video? I don't know. Maybe someone should go count. See, me and my friend Adam the Woo had this discussion. We have two different opposing schools of thought on this issue. Adam says when he makes videos, he tries to consciously not say the same terms over and over again. Tries to switch up his verbiage when referring to different things. So he's not just repeating himself over and over and over again. I think that saying the same word over and over again is hilarious. A look. As I probably live, go back and watch my videos. Like, go back and watch the video, the Anatomy of Death Museum, and count how many times I said skull or skeleton. Go to the Potato Museum and see how many times do I say the word potato. I think you'll be pleasantly, I think you'd be unpleasantly surprised. Dan on Planet Earth. Yes, I admit I'm the world's worst food reviewer. Go to George Washington's tomb. Is he dead? I didn't even know he was sick. What is my favorite scary movie? I really like like we were talking about earlier. I like the first Halloween movie. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember thinking Exorcist was super scary. What is the Dennis Ball says watched Poltergeist last night. It's no longer scary. Poltergeist is really a mixed bag. Like I remember seeing it as a kid and it literally traumatized me. Like I don't know why my mom's second husband let me watch that, but yeah, I don't know. It's the effects are outdated. Some of the effects are over the top, and it's weird. It's kind of like a weird tone to the movie because sometimes sometimes they try to play it up for comedy, which is confusing. Breathe the Bread. Did I watch Haunting of Hill House on Netflix? No, I never did. I meant to. Dante Witter says, is YouTube your main job? No, YouTube is my only job. Dennis Balch, just insane amount of product placements in Poltergeist. Here's an interesting fact about Poltergeist, and I went and looked it up because it confused me when I rewatched it. There's like a really odd editing cut in the movie, like really sticks out. Like cuts from like the main actors to the main actor doing something else, almost seeming like in the middle of a sentence. It looks like an accident. And if you go back, it was apparently they were talking about going to Pizza Hut, and yes, sedation, the front door cut is exactly what I'm talking about. And apparently he says, I hate Pizza Hut. And I guess, I don't know if Pizza Hut was a sponsor, but they were not happy. They did not want the line, I hate Pizza Hut, included in the movie. So they cut out the, front door cut. Other people know what I'm talking about. So they cut out him saying, I hate Pizza Hut, but it really makes it's like a really super awkward cut in the movie. Dante Witters, is this YouTube a good idea? It's a very complicated question. Mando Halrezian says, I don't think scary movies are actually scary anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to think about movies that actually scared me, I know some people will think this is lame, but I really liked the paranormal activity movies that use the tension and the found footage. But I'll tell you what's not scary to me. Like movies like Saw, to me, I'm not sure, gore has never been scary to me. I don't think gore is scary. Does anyone disagree? Because I don't think the gory stuff is scary at all. I think it's just gory. I mean, some people might think the gore is scary. I don't know. It's almost completely different. Dorky dude. Yeah, I really like found. I mean, I know a lot of people crap on it, but I really like found footage movies. They're some of my favorite scary movies. Okay, people saying gore is not scary. I'm not seeing a single person say that gore is scary. I'm seriously Wildman Zach says Texas Chainsaw Massacre is pretty creepy. Now, Okay, now maybe that's an instance like where, but it's not like Texas Chainsaw is not that like it's not that gory of a movie. There's definitely gore in it, but I think the scary part is like you try this family, you don't know who they are. There's just absolute crazy people. You don't know what they're capable of. That can be scary. But it's like, yeah, it's scary in the sense that like what happened, what situation are we found ourselves in? But again, it's not that bloody, it's not that gory. They, most of it, yeah, usually stuff's scarier when the movies leave a little bit to your imagination. Like the first Halloween, there's hardly any blood. So I'm almost seeing like at least in my opinion, like when I think of movies that are scary, like scary, they almost have no blood in them. Down on Planet Earth, Jaws is a good example, um, because yeah, you hardly see the monster. I don't know, like sometimes, and I'm not. If anyone feels this way, I'm not trying to attack anyone or make anyone single anyone out, but like sometimes I watch these like where people review horror movies and like they talk about the kills. Are the kills good? Are the kill and I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. Like, I can understand it for like this. Maybe I can understand it on like a special effects. Like back in the day before, they had a lot of CGI, like all the blood and guts had to be like done. It's a kind of art form. So maybe I can understand that. Like the first Friday the 13th movies, all that gore had to be like it really made in real in a real sense. But yeah, now the gore seems like, I don't know. What do they call? They call that the torture, PORN. Maybe Arnold. I was not able to finish Heredity. I got bored for some reason. Dennis Balls. Blair Witch was scary. I don't know if Blair Witch. It's been a long time since I've seen Blair Witch. I don't know if that. I don't know if that really holds up or not. Am I playing with a plastic cup? I'm playing with a. Yes, I am. I'm playing with a plastic cup full of safety pins. So I like scary movies, but it's really hard. It's really hard to find good ones. I really liked. Um, I really liked. Oh, Jim Bishop, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all your great videos. My son Isaiah is a huge fan. Well, thank you, Jim and Isaiah. Um, what was I saying? I remember. I was a point. There's a point I was going to make. What point was I going to make? Maybe you guys don't know. Maybe I didn't say enough of it to. Oh yes, I was gonna say the two movies made by. Oh God! Now of course I forget his name. Is it Jordan Peele? He made two movies. One of Key and Peele. I forget if it's Key or Peele, but I think it's Peele. He made two movies: Get Out and Us, and they were both great movies, but I don't know how scary they were. I really think they were good for like the artistry, like the filmmaking sense, especially Get Out. And but I can't really think of them being scary, if you know what I mean. M. Dora said the Evil Dead movies are awesome, not really scary. Yes, the Evil Dead movies are basically what a horror movie is. If you take away like all anticipation and all build up and drama and just go like turn it up to 11, it's different. It's not like a breather breath. I was gonna check out Antebellum. It looked good. So Evil Dead is Evil Dead's a fun movie for what it is because it's there's not supposed to be anticipation. It's not supposed to really scare you. It's just supposed to be like almost. I think it's supposed to be just almost too much to even handle. Jonathan Toten, thank you for the super chat. Some people like the Jeepers Creepers movies. I have kind of a difficult time with those because let's not sugarcoat it. I have trouble with the Jeepers Creepers movies because the director is a convicted pedophile and he made a movie about a monster that eats children. So yeah, I can't watch those movies because of that. Shining is good. Do I do fan meetups? Not during pandemics. Paul Arcase's Antichrist with William Dafoe is just so insane in every way. Yeah, Antichrist. That movie's ridiculous. I actually make reference to that movie in my videos, but just because it's such a ridiculous movie. Did you guys not know? Did a lot of people not know about that Jeepers Creepers thing? I mean, look it up. It's true. It's 100% true. Yeah, I don't know how he still gets work. I don't see how someone who's done that to children. The director, he got convicted while he was working on a movie. I forget his name. Someone said, is it Salva? He got convicted of molesting a child that was on a movie he was working at, Victor Salva. And somehow he's still allowed to make movies. Somehow he was hired by Disney to make Powder. Seth Crawford, thank you for the super chat. Do you think they should reboot Creature from the Black Lagoon? I don't know. Maybe I think they already did in a way. It wasn't was it The Sound of Water? The movie where the woman falls in love with him, with the creature. I think that was kind of a. Is it The Sound of Water? It doesn't sound right. Something of water. Am I getting it right? Sound of Water. Shape of Water. There we go. That makes more sense. What do I think of Rob Zombie movies? They're a little too graphic and gritty for my taste. I do like some of the design elements. I don't like the nasty, gritty stuff, but I do kind of dig some of his like art direction and some of his imagery. I think is pretty good. They had last year. Last year for Halloween Horror Nights, they had a Rob Zombie scare zone. Actually, it wasn't just a Rob Zombie scare zone. It was a specifically Hellbilly Deluxe scare zone, and it was like so like I enjoyed it a little too much because it brought me back to being a teenager when me and my friends would listen to Hellbilly Deluxe, the CD, in my car over and over and over again. Good times. And yeah, some of like the I like Rob. Some of the Rob Zombie videos have a really cool look to them. The videos for Living Dead Girl and Dragula have really cool music videos. Wow, I'm young. I don't feel young. Joe Diamond says you stick to music. Paul Arcade says Rob Zombie's such a perfect twist of campy. I like that. Yeah, I like. I guess that's it. I like the real. I like the campy side of Rob Zombie. Um, but yeah, there's like I definitely of the two movies, I definitely prefer House of a Thousand Corpses over Devil's Rejects a lot. I much prefer the aesthetic. Do I like any Conjuring movies? I feel like I've seen it, but I feel like I don't remember anything about it. Any of the Conjuring movies. Is COVID annoying? Yes. What's my best bowling score? I'm not that good at bowling. I'm a poor bowler. You know what? When this COVID thing's over, we should all go bowling. Seth Crawford says, "What do you think of Ryan Gosling cast as Wolfman?" I thank you for the super chat. I guess that's fine. John Shell, yes, I've heard of McCamey Manor. I met Russ McCamey briefly. He is a true showman, and a true character. Is Nightmare Before Christmas? Jess Smitherman asks, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? It's a Christmas movie because when the movie starts, Halloween is already over. The movie starts immediately after Halloween, so it is a Christmas movie. But you know, I can understand it being kind of it's about Halloween, but I'd say more comfortable saying it's a Christmas movie. If you notice, the movie is called The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not called The Nightmare After Halloween. Just saying. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? I don't know. I watched, didn't like super watch, but like I put the Rise of Skywalker on in the background while I was editing videos last night, and it's a fun movie. It could have been a lot better of a movie, but it's kind of fun if you take your brain out of it. Do I have any lightsabers? I don't. Jonathan Toten. Need to see Sasa Na Loft Memorial in Owega, New York. Please look into it. I've not heard of that. Mando Halrizian says The Mandalorian is the best Star Wars Empire. The Mandalorian is awesome. It is awesome. I feel like The Mandalorian, it feels more like Star Wars than anything since the original trilogy. I think it does like Star Wars more accurately. Not that anyone wants to hear like my assessment of the recent Star Wars films, like years after they came out, but kind of my feelings is that first one, it was too much of a retread. It just seemed too much like they were just doing all the greatest hits. The second one I didn't like because it didn't follow up on anything from the first movie. It just, we waited 2 years to see some of these questions answered, like who were Rey's parents, who was Snoke, and they basically didn't answer those questions, which I thought was really, really disappointing. And it was odd. It was weird. And then 3 just felt too much like it was trying to make up, like it was trying to make fans happy. Cade Cochran says it's weird that they flip-flop directors. Yeah, I think it would have been so much better if they had one director from the beginning. It really feels like that's my main problem. Like, I feel like any of the new Star Wars movies, they're fairly enjoyable, watched by themselves, but it just the story, the connecting, it doesn't connect well. It doesn't tell a very good 3-part story. It really goes just kind of all over the place, as far as being a yeah, I don't think it was planned at all. And I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like him because I don't know him, but I find J.J. Abrams' style of writing to be very frustrating for me because he likes to set things up without knowing where he's going with them. Like, I find the Lost series to be dreadful because they build up all these, this tension, these ideas, these really cool concepts, and then they just don't go anywhere with them. And maybe some people like that, but it annoys me. J Ram says Super 8 was Stranger Things before Stranger Things. True, I think that's true. But I think Stranger Things was a lot better than Super 8. Of course, it's Halloween season, so everyone's going to be asking me about McCamey Manor. The answer is no. I will never, ever go to McCamey Manor. That's insane. I don't know why anyone would do it. Don't do it. If you're thinking about doing it, don't. Russ McCamey is a great showman, and he has very successfully built up a huge aura around himself. What do I think of Fraggle Rock reboot? Is there anything they're not rebooting? It's just like take random thing from 80s, and you can be pretty sure that somewhere it's being rebooted. Prince Neo says, I just want my Rankin Bass and eggnog. Keep your spook. Oh, we got a Christmas fan in here. No, I like Christmas. I like Christmas. See, I grew up not much of a Halloween fan. I grew up more of a Christmas fan. Part of it was that my birthday was really close to Halloween, so I kind of felt like it encroached on my birthday. But Dennis Ball. Yeah, send me an email, Dennis. I did get your email from before. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to respond. Clinton Goslin says, when do you think it's the right time to begin listening to Christmas music? I would be happy. Hey, here's a start listening to Christmas music on Christmas Eve. I'm sorry, I get burned out on Christmas music within like 5 minutes. Oh, I get worn out. Christmas music wears me out. Halloween music can wear you out too. Wildman Zach, thank you for the super chat. Out of all the haunted attractions you've done, which one has truly scared you the most? It's hard. Like, you're talking about pure scare factor. I had to think about that. I've been to a lot of haunts. But, are we talking about Christmas music? I lost my train of thought there. What were we talking about? Let me see. Movies by Zach's favorite thing at Taco Bell has been discontinued. Now, the Mexi Melt was technically discontinued some time ago, but they would still make it for you because they had all the ingredients. But now they no longer do, so my life is ruined. Chrissy Everett says, have you ever lost your voice screaming in horror? Yes. I do get hoarse after I go to haunted houses. Oh, yes, that's it. Andrew Brown, you nailed it. I was going to say, Halloween music can get old. The Monster Mash. It's, okay. When they play like at a theme park during Halloween, they have like a loop of Halloween songs, and every theme park plays the same songs. It's Thriller, Monster Mash, and Werewolves of London. Which I do like. Werewolves of London. I love that song. But it's funny how much you'll hear it. I don't know if Warren Zevon ever intended that to be a seasonal song. I'm talking about Netflix canceling. You know, Netflix. I found out that recently Netflix like cancels shows after 2 seasons because they feel like new shows bring in more viewers than old shows. So after I heard that, I'm like, well, I don't want to get invested in Netflix shows if they're just going to cancel them after 2 years. It's just a freaking bummer. It sucks because they make some good shows. I mean, I guess like the real strong ones, like Stranger Things, stuck around. Carnival, Dennis Ball. Carnival is probably one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. But yeah, the And then Ozarks get canceled. Like, it's hard. You're getting so invested in stuff, and then they get rid of it. I did watch the Action Park uh, documentary. It was pretty good. Yeah, I just got invested in Umbrella Academy. Now they're probably going to cancel that. I almost like sometimes it's fun when you just do like one season and just wrap everything up. Like Watchmen on HBO, they just did one season and it was one story arc and everything got resolved. That was kind of cool. Richie Rich. Yeah, I've been watching The Boys. Netflix mutilated Arrested Development. Yeah, that should have never been. That just should have never. They just should have done. Should have not done it. If you couldn't get everyone together in the same places, just don't do it. That was kind of a. Yeah. Should go to Chuck E. Cheese this Halloween. Chuck E. Cheese won't be around for much longer. See, this is why sometimes I like to wait. I like to wait till a series is completely played out before I get invested in it. I don't like to be left hanging. I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese, they got rid of the animatronics, so really, what do they have left? It's just an arcade that serves pizza, right? What kind of music do I listen to? Oh, you're gonna get me started on Game of Thrones? Man, how like a show was built so well, so great, and then like you just get like they just like crammed everything. They just rushed. Like I have no problem like with how all the storylines were resolved. I thought that was fine, but you could have. They probably should have done two more seasons and just paced it out a little bit. It was like the last two seasons of Game of Thrones were on like they were on crack. They were just like blah. Because the creators were racing to produce a Star Wars TV show that would never happen. Night King went down too easy. I mean, yeah, it was a little disappointing. And if he is that vulnerable, if his death would kill every other one of his soldiers, why would he even involve himself in the fight? And wait a minute, why was he after Bran anyways? I don't think that was ever explained. They should have never gotten ahead of the books. Well, that's not necessarily their fault, that part. But I really think they could have got where they went. I think you could have had every storyline, I think, could have been ended the way it was. It just needed more time. The show had a pace, and then they just cranked it up to 1,000 at the end. Like, you really could have told an interesting story about Daenerys, like, turning evil like she did, but it just so abrupt. I mean, I do think it was hinted at, but they just flipped it like a switch. Fearless Man. The big potato was comfortable. It's really dark. Have you ever visited WWE headquarters? No. See, at the last season of Game of Thrones, you just get the feeling like someone was telling you a long story, and then they started running out of time, so they just started telling the story really fast. I visited the Skunk Ape headquarters. I have visited the Skunk Ape headquarters. No, someone mentioned Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad. Now, I won't say, I don't necessarily even say Breaking Bad's my favorite, or maybe not even one of my favorites, but I think objectively that Breaking Bad is probably one of the greatest examples of storytelling in the television format. The arc, the story arc, how they did everything, how they built to what they built to, and how they paid it off, I think was near perfect. I think it's a near perfect television show. And don't get me wrong, I loved it. I'm just saying, is there shows I liked better? Yes, but I don't know if I can argue that Breaking Bad was just a master. It's an objective masterpiece. That was, I guess, what I'm saying. Pineapple on pizza? Not really, no. Kirk Sawyer, thank you for the super chat. Says, thank you for showing me spots in Memphis. I had a good time in Memphis. Oh, naive me. Visiting Memphis back before I knew the world was going to hell. But we adapt. We adapt. Grantley Hughes, Sopranos. The Sopranos' absolute favorite for storycast. Now, Sopranos, yeah, I mean, majority, Sopranos, invented, Sopranos was probably the biggest, game changer for TV in, how TV's written, kind of what, how TV can be better than movies. I do have some issues like The Sopranos. I feel like the plot was often very disjointed. They didn't always go back. There's there's a lot of loose ends. The show's really full of loose ends, which I think was an artistic choice in some ways. I think the creator like that. I hated the ending. Hookah Dave says Memphis now is a Meow Wolf style walkthrough art experience. Please tell. I've not heard of that. That is definitely something I need to look into. Who watched Honey Boy? What's Honey Boy? Am I looking forward to the debate on Tuesday? I don't even know if I'll watch it. Honey Boy's a good movie. I thought you guys were talking about Honey Boo Boo for a second. Do you guys remember Honey Boo Boo? Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, the reality show. Because I'll admit it, I was huge fan of Honey Boo Boo. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. And Dayton She, How Scary Was a Creative Engineering Warehouse. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, there's creepy elements to it, and Aaron will be the first one to admit that. So back when the Honey Boo Boo show was like the hottest show on television, they announced that they were having a meetup at the house, at their freaking house. And I drove out there to their house and met them. I got pictures with me and Mama June and me and Honey Boo Boo and me and Sugar Bear. Rich Discoveries, thank you so much for the super chat. Not much, just saying hello. Yeah, and Rayford Wallace kind of sums it up. The show was fun at first, but the family got sad really quickly. Yeah, it didn't turn out very well for the family. But they were like, yeah, it was so interesting. Vance Jacobs, thank you for these super chats. As you need to visit West Virginia Penitentiary in Moundsville, West Virginia. Right across the street is an American burial ground, which also has a museum. Thank you for the super chat. The reason I have not already filmed there is because I don't think they allow filming. I was looking at tours, and it didn't look like they allowed you to film during the tours. So, that limits what I can do in regards to this channel. Yeah, I saw recently that Mama June was like all hooked on meth. It was like really sad. Bird Channel says you should visit the most corona infested country. Well, I think that America is the most corona infected country, and I live here. Hooray for me. $2,500 a day meth habit. Here's a question. Here is a question. You hear about this. $2,500 a day meth habit. That's a lot of money. They're getting that money somehow. What if you treated your life as though you had a $2,500 a day meth habit, but you just didn't do meth? You just kept the money and put it in the bank and saved it and invested. That's all I'm saying. Dennis Ball says, do you ever do the homemade backyard roller coaster with Blue Devil? No, and the reason I didn't is because I'm too fat. It's at a very low weight limit. I think it was 150 pounds was the weight limit. I don't know what happened to it. I think someone like bought it to preserve it. I need to look into that. Scottish Queen says, great job at the Death Museum promoting Mortician. Well, thank you. I have great respect for the funeral industry. Scrappy D says, ever seen the Ripley's in Ocean City? Yes, I have. I've been to every Ripley's in the United States of America. Yeah, Jing 23. Addiction really does suck. It's freaking one of the biggest problems in this country. And it's sad, and it destroys so many families. Amanda Harizian says that India's COVID numbers are bad. I'm not sure. I probably should keep. There's only so much news I can handle. Mabry Yarnold says favorite place in Oklahoma. That would probably be the Oklahoma Wonder House. What's my next video? Is there a video coming out tomorrow morning? I don't think there. I think no. Tim Knoll, yes, I have been at Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. Movies with X's, what's wrong with Caving Manor? I don't know what Caving Manor is. I've never heard of Bell's Amusement Park in Tulsa. That must have been before my time. Rayford Wallace says, in terms of number and quality of attractions, what do you consider the best state? Oh, that's hard to say. Hard to say. I'd say Florida would be up there with just sheer number of attractions. So many good old school attractions in Florida. But then you have Tennessee, which has Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, which is probably the largest roadside mecca in the United States. Is it offensive to say roadside mecca? I don't mean to offend anyone. Roll Gone says, what are you talking about, Jacob? I don't know what I'm talking about. Andrew Brown, first roadside attraction memory. The first roadside attraction memory. I went to probably visiting Cherokee, North Carolina, and Santa's Land. Panama Red, thank you for the super chats. Is any Georgia haunts this year? I don't know if I'm doing any in Georgia. I got some in Alabama, some in Virginia, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to Netherworld. I've not gotten in touch with them. I did them last year. Jeremy Frick, I think October 2nd. Melissa is doing a Field of Screams in Pennsylvania. I have heard that is one that I hear a lot, that I get recommended a lot, is Field of Screams in Pennsylvania. I am going to one tomorrow that I feel is one of the more popular ones in the country. So we will see. Melissa asked me what I think of the drive-thru. We're going to see. We're going to check out at least one of those this year, I promise. Have I ever been to Virginia? I've been to all 48 states. Nobody mentioned that there's actually 50 states. Sardonks, have you ever planned on getting a Spirit Halloween prop? I was so depressed. I was so depressed about the coronavirus. I was so depressed. I was worried that Halloween wouldn't happen. I'm like, if I can't have Halloween, I'm gonna save my money up. I'm gonna buy a big, stupid animatronic and just put it in my house. I don't know if trick-or-treating is going to happen. I don't know if trick-or-treating is going to happen anywhere. But haunted houses are happening. They're happening. They are happening. Bama Red says Rona's going to make the haunt scare. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know. We're going to find out. The teens want to scream, but yeah, the little kids need some fun too. Would you rather go no eyebrows or no chops? I mean, I really want my eyebrows. I may have to sacrifice my chops for that. What am I clicking? I can't mess with anything without people finding out. This is a hair clip. Obviously not my hair clip. How early do I wake up? I am a night person. Rayford Wallace says, I heard that Universal is opening up more houses for their daytime HHN. Yeah, only problem is you can't film. You can't film in the Florida haunts. Okay, Hookah Dave? I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that because I'm going to need to look that up. Thank you for the super chat. So sorry, it took me a minute to find the name. Baron von Operbean's Exploitarium of Magic, Science, and Multiverse in Memphis, Tennessee. I have no idea what that is, but just by that name alone, I want to go visit there tomorrow. Oh. It's a good name. It's a good name. That's a good name. Do I have any pets besides the cats? A fish. Breathe a breath says, how is Jeff from Creative doing? Jeff is doing good. I talked with Jeff the other day on the phone. Jeff he has transitioned away from YouTube, and he's working as a professional artist, and I'm super happy for him. Do I still wrestle? I don't know. I need to, if I ever want to do wrestling again, I'm going to need to start getting in better shape. Big Red says, I'm assuming COVID has messed up your traveling. It has, but probably not as much as I actually thought it would. Michael Knack, that's like the big one. That's the big one that everyone loves this year from Spirit is the animatronic that sucks the fog. It's like a monster that sucks the fog out of the mouth of a little girl. Raul Galtz shows your cats. There's no cats in here. The cats tend to be very disruptive during live streams, unfortunately. Ashley Falconer, is there ever a chance to get to the Garden of Eden in Kansas? I will get there someday. That has been on the list for a long time. I do want to do a road trip across Kansas because I've never gone across Kansas. I have barely been to Kansas. The Harvester is what he's called. Adam the Woo or Tim Tracker? Who was the most fun to vlog with? I've only did a video once with Tim Tracker, and Adam was there too. I mean, Adam's a really good friend of mine, so it's always fun hanging out with him. Museum of Southeast Alabama. Do they have a Krampus from Spirit Halloween? Tim Noah says, next time you're on the West Coast, you see Adam? Yeah, I mean, he's my friend. I would love to see him. But, this pandemic, we've both been dealing with this pandemic in our own ways. Joe Chavez says, can you go to the bigger McDonald's in the world? Are you talking about biggest McDonald's? Is that the one in Florida? Stanley Studios, favorite dark ride. I feel like someone asks me that every stream, and I never can give a good answer, can I? What did I think of the Krampus movie? It was okay. It was halfway decent. Christie's favorite theme park? Probably be Magic Kingdom, I'd imagine. Maybe Epcot. What was my favorite Disney in-park show? Country Bears. Panama Red says, why didn't you ride Candemonium at Hershey Park? Thank you for the super chat. See, here's my policy with roller coasters. If they'll let me film on them, I will ride them. If I'm not allowed to film, which at Hershey Park you're not allowed to film on the roller coasters. So I'm not getting on that thing if I can't film. Wicked Hillbilly says, what is your biggest letdown? The coronavirus. Yeah, I'm on a little later tonight. I went and ate dinner with my wife and daughter. Are you a fan of penny arcades? Very much so. How many chicken wings can I eat? Oh, man. I don't know. Dayden Shay, I hope I said that right. Do you plan trips based on what makes good video or what you want to see most? I care about both, but I would say what I want to see most. Because I think that's important to the channel. I think that me being inspired and me being into what I'm doing, I don't think the channel can exist without that. You know, if I don't have a passion for this stuff, I'm not going to be able to convey it to you guys. RB says, ever been to Musée Mécanique in San Francisco? I have, and I love it so much. Any dark rides coming up? Yes. Actually filmed a new old school dark ride recently that will be on the channel soon. I see the videos of the bears and the geese. I don't think so. My favorite video I've made so far? I don't know. There's a lot of them. It's over 2,000 videos on that channel. This channel. It's a lot of freaking videos. Monster Mansion or Blazing Fury of Attitude. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, dang. That's tough. Animatronics and Monster Mansion. What I love about Monster Mansion is it's got such good animatronics for like a And I love that there's no IP. There's no IP. It's its own thing. It's so good. But Blazing Fury's great too, and like just how cheesy it is and how ramshackle it is. So so different. Do I have another job besides YouTube? No, I don't have time. I don't have time for anyone else's. Vegas Aviation says, I saw you on someone's viral TikTok at a Halloween event. Yes, you did. How many states have I been to? 48. You watch Monty Python? I've seen the Holy Grail. Paul R. Cases. Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City is such a great dark ride. Slightly different, but you know that. I do know that. They have the Bald Knobber, which is a really odd thing to theme a theme park to a ride after. Bald Knobbers were a pro-union guerrilla militia. Um, so, yeah, amusement park ride. Jaws 392 says, tough question. What do you like better, Gatlinburg, Earthquake, or Dinosaur Ride? Probably go with the dinosaurs. It's just more of a immersive experience, more of a true dark ride. Jennifer Hurd, thank you for the Canadian super chat. Do you feel safe in hotels during the pandemic? Hope you're okay. Please be careful. Yeah, I feel like hotels have been taking extra precautions. I feel pretty safe in hotel rooms. You know, I wear my mask when I walk in the hotel, check in, I wear my mask. Take a mask off when I get to the room. Bodyman Flan, thank you for the super chats. Hello, Jacob. Appreciate your videos. Appreciate you. I used to have long hair when I was a teenager. I did. Guess I was. Melissa asked if there's any interesting places to visit in Nebraska. Yes, there's at least one. Carhenge. Sean Seeker, how was Lagoon, Utah? It was awesome. Why'd I get my head shaved? At this point, I just don't have a lot to work with. Captain Sensible says, most of these questions fans should know. Panama Red, thank you for the super chat. Says, crack up every time they say your name in a haunt. Yes. The mutton chops, I grew them out when I was a teenager. They kind of come and gone over the course of my life. But, you know, they started being like something that people recognize me by in the channel, so I've kept them ever since. Planning to wrestle after COVID. I don't know. I've had some problems with my shoulder and my back, so I don't know if I can actually do matches anymore, but I would love to be involved because I truly love doing wrestling shows. You know, I should do when this whole COVID thing ends, and I'm just freestyling here, but if this whole COVID thing ends, I'd love to do like some like super meetup where I could like maybe have some of my friends participate. Maybe we could have like a wrestling show. Maybe I could like book my own wrestling show. Andrew Lawson, thank you for the super chat. No, I never wrestled professionally. I had what was it? About a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago, I wrestled my first one-on-one wrestling match. It was a lifelong dream. Um, I got to wrestle my good friend Mortimer Blankenship III, and it was an absolute dream come true. We got a good crowd. Jerry the King Lawler was in the main event. It was one of the best nights of my life. I'd say after marrying my wife, watching my daughter be born, and adopting my son, I would say the night that I wrestled Morty was the best night of my life. And I'm being dead serious with you people. Did I see did I see Adam's videos on the hotels? I watched one of them. Oh, I might cry. I might cry right now because I was thinking about that, and that I made Jerry King Lawler. I was in the proximity of Jerry Lawler. I have a weird thing. I don't like to meet people I admire. That sounds so strange, but I don't know. I'm always afraid that, they say don't meet your heroes. I wouldn't necessarily see Jerry Lawler as my hero, but he's an important part of my life. I grew up, listening to him every Monday on Monday Night Raw. I love his stuff he did with Andy Kaufman. He's absolute legend. So I could have walked up to him and started trying to have a conversation, but I just didn't. I don't know. Didn't feel right. RB says, understand that you don't want to tarnish the admiration. I think that was it. Like, if I walked up to him and started having a conversation and he's like distracted and, clearly disinterested or doesn't want to chat, I mean, it would just make me feel bad. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe just leave the mystique. Leave the mystique where it's at. And by the way, I do try to not do that. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, but people know me on YouTube, and I try. If people meet me in person, I want them to have a good experience. I don't want people to walk away wishing they hadn't have met me. But so I try to be kind. I try to give people a good experience, a good enough experience. I can only do so much. I can't come to your house. I can't. I won't kiss you. Dayton Shea says, admired Robert Plant. One day he came into my restaurant, was unhappy with the poached eggs, and cussed me out. Yeah, see, that's like devastating. If someone you admire just like casually treats you like trash, like that's gonna be a real bummer. No, I never get annoyed. I never get annoyed at people recognize me. I feel flattered. I can't believe people recognize me. Toy Meatball kissed me. That's okay. It's okay if Meatball kissed me. I say kissed me because it actually wasn't like she didn't even know who I was. But I was doing a live stream. Maybe some of you might remember this, but I was doing a live stream on Broadway in Nashville, and this drunk lady, and I don't know her age, probably maybe around my mom's age, maybe a little younger than my mom, but she like pulled my hat off my head, was putting my hat on, was like getting in the camera, blah, 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 being all drunk. Andrew Lawson, thank you for the super chats. Please kiss the fans. Definitely not with COVID. And then out of almost nowhere, she goes, let's kiss each other, and leans in for a kiss live on YouTube. RB says, everyone's human, everyone has a bad day, but destroys the magic. Yeah, and that's it. There's no way, someone as famous as like I think there was Robert Plant was an example someone used. There's no way that he's going to be in a good mood every day. People get angry. People get frustrated. People are people, and it's unfortunate that that's going to ruin someone's whole. That's going to ruin an important part of someone's life. But there's just no avoiding it. I don't know. It's like the whole like convention thing. Like I'll pay you $40 to take a selfie with me and talk to me for 15 seconds. It comes off as weird to me. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to pay people to be friendly with me. Celebrity Zoo, Dan Planter says that's a good description of it. Grantley goes, yeah, I don't. Grantley, I absolutely do not. No, I'm not criticizing the celebrities for working the circuit or anything like that. I just personally, it's more me. It's more one of my quirks that like I'm uncomfortable with that arrangement. Like, you know, like I don't want to pay someone who's never heard of my channel to like plug my channel. I don't know. Date and Shay, what's the weirdest in-person fan request you've had? I mean, people like invite me to their house and stuff. Jackson says, why 12 dislikes? Because no matter what you do, there's going to be someone that hates it. Carrie Adams has ever taken up someone an invite? Yeah, I mean, I don't make it a habit of like staying at strangers' homes. But there's been a few people like maybe they had like a private collection or a private attraction or something that I wanted to see, and they offered me a bed, and I took it. Barton Brass says, "Can we hack YouTube and remove the thumbs down?" I don't listen. I don't even pay attention to the thumbs down. I don't know what it means. Like they give you a thumbs up an option and a thumbs down. What are you thumbs upping? Are you thumbs upping the person? You thumbs upping the video? Thumbs upping their opinion? Thumbs upping the content? Like if they're talking about like if I'm talking about something people don't like, I don't even know. What does it even matter? What does it even do? Who really cares? Grantley Hughes, you bought a Carpetbagger doll. I appreciate that. That is very appreciated. A lot of people want to know if me and Adam are doing videos soon. It's just, I just have to take things month by month, week by week right now. Things are still uncertain because of COVID. And I don't know. It's going to take, me and Adam both being at the same wavelength at the same time. It could happen. It could be a while. Who knows? I think we're both just trying to figure this out. Because I know I am. Yeah, Aaron's a really interesting. Aaron Fector, super interesting dude. Yeah, I mean, Adam's been Adam's been traveling 10 years. I mean, I don't blame him if he wants to use this as an opportunity to stay closer to home. How do I maintain my good looks? Mutton chop oil recommendations. I don't do anything. No product. I don't. Just those weird facts about myself. I can't stand oil on my skin or oil on my hair, so I don't put any product in any part of my body. I don't use lotion. Brandon James, I'd like to sit and pick your brain on the best way to start a YouTube channel. I'm an over the road truck driver. I'd say just start. I mean, that's an interesting, it's an interesting job. I think you should probably driving a truck. You could probably show a lot of interesting parts of the world. I think there was another truck driver in here one night, and she's asking about roadside attractions with truck parking. That was an issue I never thought about. A lot of people ask about if I get a good night's sleep in the potato. I did. I really did. It was so dark, and I slept. I've been getting really into. This sounds weird. I've been getting really into like YouTube videos that have like ambient sound, like like they'll have like a Victorian like a Victorian ambiance, or one of my favorite. It's not ASMR. It's just ambient like sounds, like white noise, but more like themed white noise. My favorite that I've found so far is they have one that's like a creaky wooden pirate ship in the rain, and that's probably my favorite. I tried like branching out. I did. I picked one that was haunted graveyard for sleep, but it turned out there was like creepy whispering and like like evil laughter. So I'm like, this is not very good for sleep. Like creepy whispering is probably not the best thing to listen to while you're asleep. Toy addict, like listening to far off train. Oh, I love the sound of trains. Love the sound of trains at night. I've seen some where they have like train in the snow all night long. I grew up where I could hear a train from my bedroom window. Always found that. Always liked that. You can actually hear a train from here. Scott Smith says you're a funny nut. You crack me up laughing when you're on your roller coaster, especially in those crazy haunted houses. You should be in movies for sure. I don't know. I'm a terrible actor. Anytime like I try to like if I do video where I'm like in the bunker and maybe I try to write myself a script, oh my gosh, it's painful trying to get that all out. Do I watch ASMR? No, I don't get the ASMR. It doesn't do for me whatever it's supposed to do for me. And I don't like the sound of people whispering. RB. Yeah, that was a fun video. The fright walk under the boardwalk at the Santa Cruz boardwalk. I want to get back there so bad. They have two dark rides there that I need to check out. I want to ride them so bad, and they didn't open this year because of COVID. Toy addict, I agree. Whispering is creepy. Adventures of the Moon Man. I've ever been to Eileen Wuornos's hotel room in the bar she's resting in. Dan Bell did like the best video on that, and I almost like gave up on doing it because Dan like did the perfect video on it. But I might still do it. Ick the Troll. Hey buddy, how you doing? Hope maybe we can have some encounters if the world will allow it. Annabelle,
Yeah,
you should come into my live stream.
I'm not gonna go in your live stream, but I'll say hello.
You gonna say hello?
I don't want to show my face.
Can you show your hand? There you go. There's Anna.
Hey guys, it's me.
Luca Dave, thank you for the super chat. Idea: Jacob is Dom DeLuise and Adam is Burt Reynolds. Cannonball Run cross country film locations. I had someone lose their mind on me because I had never seen Cannonball Run once. What? Anna's been doing virtual school. She'll be going back and doing some this Monday. She'll be doing some actual schooling and school. Ick the Troll, thank you for the super chat. Just got finished doing my weekly fairy tale telling live stream on Twitch. Fun was that. I need to stop by. I need to check that out. Jimmy Naylor said, did COVID kill any attractions in Pigeon Forge this year? I don't think so. I think everything opened up. Aiden says, is Meow Wolf Dark Ride your favorite dark ride of all time? I'm gonna say no, but I think it did something with the dark ride format that I've never seen done before. Odin Monzero says, I can't believe you've never seen a James Bond movie. No. I think I've seen parts of James Bond movies, but never a full one. Andrew Lawson, thank you for the super chat. See, you guys watch my videos. Don't you pick up in the videos that I have a very short attention span? Oh. Cynthia Queller says I had a hard time with Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. I've tried watching Lord of the Rings twice. I failed. I can't make it very far. The little hobbits, they leave the village, and then my eyes roll in the back of my head, and my brain starts leaking. And then I pull out my phone and start playing Plants vs. Zombies. I haven't read a book. I think I've read a book in 10 years. Favorite movie to watch during Halloween time? I don't know if I have a go-to. I always try to like watch a movie I haven't seen Halloween time. Petra wrote The Rock, thank you for the super chat. If you wrote a book, what would it be about? I wanted to write one. There was once upon a time I wanted to be an author. I wanted to write books, and I wrote some stories, some short stories in my spare time. They used to be online. But I pulled them down. Bird Channel says, trust me, I caught you filming in Spirit Halloween. I told you hi, but instead filmed the animatronic pig. Was that in Salt Lake City? I didn't ignore anyone, did I? I was distracted. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get distracted. I am easily distracted. When I get like in the zone and I'm like, there's all this stuff going on. You know, animatronic pig. What's more distracting than animatronic pig? But I apologize if I didn't mean to ignore anyone. If I did, I that bums me out. I don't mean to do that. The bully animatronic is the worst thing. I don't know if I saw the bully animatronic. Sister Discordia said you were completely friendly and I met you in Pigeon Forge, but it was a meetup. Yeah, but I was pretending to be nice because all the people were around. If it was just me and you, I would have told you to shut up. Nah, just kidding. No, seriously, it's okay to say hi to me. Please do. Please do. If you see me in public, it's fine. Remember my rules. I've stated my rules on when it's okay to talk to me. You can come up and say hi. You can come up and talk. Just not when I'm pooping or crying. And if I'm pooping while crying, I'm crying and pooping at the same time, yeah, stay away. Odin Von Zero, pooping and crying. Wasn't that a 90s band? Maybe. Drying and crying. Reference. I don't even know what driving and crying is. Oh. Ever dressed up for Halloween recently? I don't dress up for Halloween. I don't like costumes because they're itchy and hot. I really wasn't referring to anything called driving and crying. I don't know what that is. Pooping and crying is my own creation. Mole Master, how was Beach Bend? You must have been one of the two people I met there. It was cool. I loved spoilers, but loved the haunted house. The Gravitron ride was. Oof. Carania, I think I hope I said that right. It says, when working at CPS back when they had wear a silly hat or something for Halloween, the kids got a kick out of. We had a Halloween party once, and there was a social worker that was dressed up as a scarecrow and ended up having to leave the party to take custody of a child dressed as a scarecrow. I wouldn't want to have a serious conversation like we're taking your children away while dressed in a goofy costume. No, I'm not saying that's what you were doing. That's different. You said wearing a funny hat or something. Yeah, you can take the hat off. Okay, this situation is serious. The goofy hat shall be removed. But like if you're dressed up like a full scarecrow and you have face paint on and a whole get up, you can't just pull that off. My Office fan? Yes, I'm a fan of the Office. Oh, we're talking about that reminds me of when Pam dressed up like Charlie Chaplin and she couldn't take her hat off because it made her look like Hitler. What was my last job before YouTube? I worked in Child Protective Services. Quite a contrast. My stutter that every once in a while comes through. Mole Master, I've ever dared consider doing Alpine Coaster. I've done a ton of them. Not a fan of the channel. Took the red pill, says CPS was so dumb to fire you. We're glad you can do full time with us. Yeah. You know what? In a way, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. One of the best things that ever happened to me. But it was difficult. I mean, it was hard. It was hard going through that. And I know I wasn't fired. You know, I quit, but I kind of felt like I was being pushed out the door at the same time. Naked Reefer, thank you for the super chat. Did I say I was not fired? The situation was basically I was told that it felt like being fired because they told me that I couldn't have my YouTube channel anymore, that I would have to stop doing my YouTube channel. So I knew that. As soon as they said that, I knew I was leaving. And I didn't know that I was going to do YouTube full time, but I knew that I wasn't going to let them take that from me. I mean, who are they to take that out from me? This is the Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain, the best coaster out there. It's a weird coaster. It's a weird roller coaster. Got the hair clip here. I apparently have a habit of just playing with things. No, I'm not sure why they wanted rid of me. There was a woman. Her name was Donna Lupton. I think she had been trying to get rid of me for a long time. Maybe rightfully so. Maybe there was rightful reasons she didn't like me. I don't know if I don't know if she particularly thought I was bad at my job. I don't think I was bad at my job. I think I was very, very good at my job. But I feel like she really wanted me out of there. So much so, she came out of retirement to do it. She retired and then somehow showed up in this meeting where they gave me this ultimatum. So yeah, that was suspicious. Yeah, I was pinching my finger. Oh, what did I do? I did some. Oh yeah, I put a staple. I put a during one live stream. I put a staple in my finger because I was playing with a stapler. It was like legit stapled my finger. Amanda Bess has been watching older videos and realized I was your Jungle Cruise skipper at Disneyland a couple years ago. Apologize for that. Oh, which video are you in? Is it my first? Is it like the video where I first went to Disneyland? Oh, maybe not because I think the first time I went Jungle Cruise was down. So, oh, must have been the second time I went to Disneyland. 2018. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. It's funny how these things come full circle. I'll have to go back and watch that. The backside of water. Man, do you think they're probably going to change some things about Jungle Cruise? I mean, if Splash Mountain offended some people, I think there might be some parts of Jungle Cruise that people won't like. Who knows? All right, we're back. Yeah, some of my videos are popular in the submegaphobia subculture, if that's even a thing. Took the red pill. Says worst joke. What's the worst joke on the Jungle Cruise ride? Backside of water. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The joke is so dumb. It has no, it's like, it's not even, it's like not even hardly a joke. But it's like such a tradition that, like, it's like people's favorite joke because it's the worst joke. Because it's pointless and not funny. Oh, Dan on Planet Earth says not funny. Never laughed at it. Amanda Best only says it because it's expected. Yeah, I mean, you can't. We probably couldn't get away with it. Like, people would get mad if you didn't say it. The backside of water. You ever heard Amanda Beth? Have you ever heard that the Weird Al song about being a skipper on the yes, Grant Lee Hughes mentioned at the same time. Skipper Dan on Am I a fan of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? I am. I love Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Mr. Toad. Sometimes I wish I was a toad. Me and Dan Bell are going to do it again. I'd love to do a video with Dan. Yeah, I haven't heard much about Nintendo Land. I haven't been following. I have rode the Matterhorn. I like the Matterhorn. Only problem with the Matterhorn is it's kind of painful because you're sitting on the ground and you feel everything in your tailbone. Adventures of Moonman asked me, how often do I sleep in my car? Never. I've done it before, but it is so uncomfortable to try to sleep in a car, especially a small car. Odin Von Zero, yes, I'm all for that. Yeah, mashup of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea mixed with the Flooded Mind from Dollywood. Yes, please. My Disney or Universal guy, definitely lean towards Disney. I don't like. I feel like Universal uses too many screens, too many simulations. Give me something real. Give me something I can put my hands all over. Even though you can't put your hands all over a ride, but still. No, RVs are too expensive. I can't make that work. Maybe a conversion van. That's an idea. That's an idea I would at least entertain. Did I ride Mr. Toad at Magic Kingdom? No, I never got a chance. Mole Master says, what type of hotels do you go for? Motel 6 quality or Holiday Inn? My kind of what I've been one I've been sticking with a lot is Best Westerns. Are pretty consistent, pretty good quality. Hollywoodian says the California governor won't let Disneyland open. Yeah, I think that's. I think it's. I don't agree with it. But maybe that's why I'm not governor of California. No fair in Texas here. There's 3 dark rides at the fair in Texas. If they have, okay, you guys hold me to this. If there is a Texas State Fair in 2021, I want to make a point to go. Yeah, a lot of times, like a hotel, like it's just really nice. Like after a day of being out in the heat and filming, it's nice just to have a quiet, air conditioned area to just have some downtime. I hope 2021 is better. Hope it's not worse. Minnesota State Fair. My dad wanted me to come up for that. Maybe. See, I had a goal. I made this announcement in a video that I wanted to try to visit every state fair. And so far, I've visited 2. Melissa Mason says the KFC museum is opening soon. Hope to see you where you are. Hit me up. I have something for you. What KFC museum? Is this like, we're talking about one in Corbin? Are they redoing it? Or are they doing one in Louisville? I'm sorry. Ooh. Kyle Smithson, do you ever visit Colonel Sanders' grave? Oh, yes. Look at my video. It was an early video. Kiriana says to avoid water rides to keep your equipment dry or just because you don't like getting wet. Both. I really don't like getting wet. I don't like getting soaked. Usually, I'll ride like a water ride. I'll be more interested if they like have like theming and animatronics and things like that. When I do Mystic River, I don't know what that is. Adventures of Moon Man says, in my neck of the woods, we have the big chicken not too far away. Oh, is that Marietta, Georgia? Is Flooded Mine your favorite ride at Silver Dollar City? Yeah. Did I ever watch WWF when I was a kid? Oh, yeah. Favorite superstars. I really loved the character, Mick Foley's character, Mankind, was always one of my favorites. But when I very first started watching, they still had Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and that was awesome. Yeah, just a Road Warrior animal passed away. Sad. How old was he? He was I think he was only 60 years old. Don't know how he passed. Melissa Mason, shoot me an email. Sorry, Melissa. I must have missed your email. I have a hard time, keeping up. I do get a lot of emails. I get a lot of messages, and I get behind. Why is people saying John Cena's dead? That's not possibly true. Mole Master says, have you done Devil's Den at Kinneat Lake Park? I was supposed to this year when I went my trip to Pennsylvania, but they didn't open. They stay closed because of the pandemic. People are saying rip John Cena. Can someone say if that's why they're saying that? Dead Skeleton Show, thank you for the super chat. Says, who would win in a fight between Bigfoot and Mothman? I would say Mothman. Is interdimensional teleportation would help him. His ability of flight, the power of flight. I'm going with Mothman. But I mean, Bigfoot definitely has the power advantage, but John Cena is alive and well. Not been to Devil's Tower. Okay, let's not like start death rumors. It's not fun. Would you guys give me a super chat if I ate all these tacks? Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. Dude, $1 for every tack I eat? How many tacks are in here? 200 tacks. So you have to give me $200 to slam these tacks. Could someone do the medical research and determine how dangerous it is to swallow 200 tacks? Daniel Chapa says I'll be fine. RB says do not eat tacks. Amanda Harizian says it's pretty dangerous. Mole Master says wrestlers dive onto thumbtacks like they're nothing. You'll be okay. Carrie Lauren, thank you for the super chat. Says, don't eat the tacks. Research not required. Well, you wanna research everything you do or don't do. Tacos, not tax. Eating them be fine. No, like, the problem coming out the other end. I don't think they would come out the other end. I think they get like stuck in all different places. Tim Knowles is what I think of Yellowstone. I loved it, and I want to go back. RB says it will definitely lead to pooping and crying. Okay. There we go. We've gone full circle. It's like a snake eating its own tail. Red Brick Redemptions, give me $1 for every tack you don't eat. Well, I choose to not eat 1,000,000 tacks. Oh, Albert Fish reference. Nice. So I can appreciate deep cut serial killer references. Red Brick Redemption. I fooled you. You didn't think I'd tell them about Albert Fish. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Albert Fish was horrible. Oh my gosh. This is one of the worst. As far as serial killers goes, like real life boogeyman. And yeah, he did things to himself. He did things. He ate a child. I mean, he's just horrible. Was Albert Fish in the Alcatraz Museum? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a real person. Albert Fish is a real person. It's like, it's intense. It's super. Like, it's some of the worst stuff. Who could daze his Texas cage match with the Legos all that? Oh, I've seen wrestlers take bumps into Legos. I've actually had wrestlers tell me they'd rather fall into tacks than Legos. Bexus, are you going somewhere spooky for Halloween? I'm going to go a lot of spooky places. Have I been to the Mothman Museum? Yes. Did a meetup at last year's Mothman Festival. Was going to do another one this year, but we got COVID canceled. Or Covanceled, as I'm going to call it from now on. Yeah, you can go down like researching McCamey Manor is quite a rabbit hole. You have people claiming that it doesn't even exist. You have people saying that what he's doing is illegal. Got Russ taunting people. Kyle Smith heard about the Killdozer. Yes, I've heard about the Killdozer. Oh. The man was mad. I forget the details of why he was mad. It was like a zoning issue or something, but he built like a homemade tank and went and tore down City Hall. They say you can't beat City Hall, but you can if you have a Killdozer. Killdozer ride at Diggerland. Man, what did they ever do with the Killdozer? I want to go see the Killdozer. I don't know. This is something I just realized. Please tell me the Killdozer's out there. That belongs in a museum. They destroyed it. Curses. I wanted to visit the Killdozer. Guy ended up. He got stuck. He fell in a hole and he couldn't get out and he shot himself. But man, they should have kept the Killdozer. I think they destroyed it because realizing the true power of the Killdozer, they realized that it was too much power for one man to wield, so it had to be destroyed. I just want Kyle Smithson. Why is there not already a Killdozer movie? I just like saying the word Killdozer. It's not Adam Fish, it's Albert Fish. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Killdozer should be at Alcatraz East. Dick Magnus says, funny thing is he never killed it. Yeah, he didn't kill anyone with a Killdozer. But then, yeah, that's just a too cool. It's too cool of a name. That needs to be a pro wrestler needs to take that name and be the Killdozer. Killdozer. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been on here for some time now. I think I'm gonna hop in my Killdozer and drive it to my bedroom and then go to sleep. So thank you for everyone who joined me here tonight. I think I'm gonna get some sleep. Love you guys, and be nice to each other. Until next time. Hashtag Team Balto. Boycott Taco Bell. This one's in the bag.